Today on All Things 80s, look out for Lookin magazine. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now today we're going to take a real good look at some vintage copies of Lookin magazine. Now Lookin magazine tells us right here it's the Junior TV Times. Now what does that mean? Well, the TV Times was the adult version of this magazine, which was basically a TV guide. Back in the early 80s, we only had 3 channels of television. We had BBC One, BBC Two, and ITV. I think it was 82 possibly. We also got Channel 4, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, TV Times only gave you the listings for the ITV channel. There was also a Radio Times, which gave you the listings for the BBC channels. We had BBC One, BBC Two, and a variety of BBC radio stations. So the Lookin was the kids' version of the TV Times. And basically, it was just all about pop culture of the time. And of course, it did include the children's TV shows listed by day and time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these and just sort of comment on the various articles and whatnot inside. And I have to be honest, these arrived today and I've been so tempted to take a flick through, but I've held off because I just want to recapture those memories. And I do remember buying these as a child. Now this first one we have is from 1981 and the cover price here is 15 pence. Now I remember as a child I was given 10 pence every day to buy something from the little shop on the way home from school. And on days that the weekly edition of Lookin came out, I had to forego 5 pence worth of sweets, candy, so that the following day I would have 15 pence left over and I could buy Lookin. So we've got 1981 and we've got a couple from 1984 and the price had increased by that point to 22 pence. So yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at what was inside Lookin. Okay, so here we are. This is number 25 from the week ending 13th of June 1981. Now, this might have been before I started buying Lookin, so I definitely do not remember this magazine, but I'm really interested to see what we have here. So, we've got an Elvis cartoon strip. That's quite interesting. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's people's vacations. Of course, this was June, so this would be round about school summer holidays. Look around, what's this? TV Now for Nookie. I wonder if they knew what Nookie meant back then. Probably not, but this was Nookie Bear. I remember him, and his, or the puppeteer was Roger de Courcy. I vaguely remember that. Bucks Fizz fan club. Cool. Let's see, what else? The Bermuda Triangle. I guess that's, giving kids a bit of an education there. What's not to like? Wow, Buck Rogers. Fantastic. I guess these are continuing. Oh no, it says here, join Buck and his friends in a new adventure next week. Who knows if this was a continuation or not. Now this is interesting. I do not remember these at all. Power. The brand Power. Anyone remember that? I don't. But these are Tuny and Nevada. I don't remember them. Super Bowl. What the hell is that? I guess it's just a big, oversized football. Oh, swallow this. Oh dear. Anyway, this is a recipe for chicken egg foo young, sent in by a reader. Oh, hang on, it says here Gillian is 12 years old and she says that chicken egg foo young is a tasty way of using any leftover meat and vegetables that mum may have in the refrigerator. I love how, going back in those times, how it was assumed that anything done in the kitchen belonged to mum. Nice. Wurzel Gummidge. Yeah, I remember that TV show. I wasn't a fan. I really wasn't. I thought it wasn't in any way scary. It was like a kid's comedy, but it was just even back then I thought it was stupid. But that's interesting though. Puzzles, standard fare for kids magazines. Adam and the Ants, bit of an interview, I guess. Nice. Wow, fantastic. And it's got the lyrics to Stand and Deliver. Wow, superb. Yep, Adam and the Ants was the first band I ever got into. And it would have been round about this time. So I'm assuming that Stand and Deliver was currently in the charts at this point in time, which would have been when I took an interest in Adam and the Ants. So if I had, how would you say this? This would have been something I would have purchased, but I would have been, what, 6 or 7 years old at this point. I may not have been into magazines, definitely comics, but maybe not magazines. More Adam and the Ants interview. This is some kids have submitted their drawings of Adam and the Ants. And we have a Clash of the Titans comic strip. Smuggler. Do not remember that at all. Like a pirate cartoon. And this is what's this? Spotlight on the young English football players. Kenny Sansom, I remember that name. Ray Wilkins, of course, remember him. He actually played for my team Hibernian at the end of his career. Chips, fantastic. Great TV show. Nice to see a cartoon strip for that. The Nolan Sisters. They were a pop group from the 70s, very early 80s. Couldn't name a song of theirs, but I do remember them. Little biography here. Likes and dislikes. Now this is funny. Dislikes. Sarcasm, being alone, and the dentist. Yeah, she really did not like the dentist. Screen quiz. Okay. The Smurfs. I don't remember liking the Smurfs. I'm not sure. I think I was very much, Tom and Jerry were my sort of choices of cartoons. And here, of course, are the kids' programs in the TV listings. So for me, it would have been STV, which is Scottish television. But this basically just shows you that Channel 3, which was ITV, every region of the UK had a dedicated channel. For the most part, it was similar programs that were being broadcast with the odd sort of regional specific show. But for example, so Saturday back in 81, at 5:40 p.m. we had Buck Rogers. So I would have watched that. Sunday we had Happy Days, Smuggler. So I guess Smuggler, the cartoon with the pirates, was a TV show. The Muppet Show, excellent. Porky Pig, Now for Nookie, Now for Nookie. Okay. Emmerdale Farm. I thought that was an adult show, but the Krypton Factor, that was, now was that might have been a show that involved contestants competing in both mental ability and physical ability. Yeah. Porky Pig, Razzmatazz, Chips. Anything else interesting? A show called BJ and the Bear. Interesting name. And lastly, this was a summer special. Adam Ant, Superman, Sharon Davies, Ace Swimming. I actually remember her. She had very broad shoulders. I think she was not unattractive though. Wurzel Gummidge, and Jokes and Puzzles. All right, on to the next one. So this one comes from October 1984. So I can say with absolute certainty that by this point in time, I was a huge Duran Duran fan. And the chances are I probably did purchase this exact copy. So let's see what we've got going on here. Don't like that. Silly snaps. This is some kid has submitted 2 pictures of himself making faces. Not cool. Look out, the A-team's coming to Lookin. Nice. Happy birthdays. Let's see. Oh, Rick Parfitt, status quo, age 36. My God. Some kids have submitted their Duran Duran drawings. They're actually quite good. 12 years old. This one doesn't give an age. What's this? Cannon and Ball. This was another sort of comedy variety show I do remember watching. Rock On Tommy. Yeah, wasn't that the boy that would snap his braces strings? I don't know. What's it? Wow. Super A-Team Action Watch. So basically it's a simple digital watch with an A-Team sticker on it. That would have been cool as a kid. And £8.99. Airwolf. Nice. New series starts on Fridays at 7 p.m. I did watch that, loved that. Oh, Christopher Biggins. Ooh. I'm camera shy, says George Michael. He wasn't shy about other things, but that's not the point. Robin of Sherwood. I loved this TV show. Now, my memory's coming back here. This guy, the actor, I think was Michael Pride or something. And I remember being hugely disappointed in the show because they changed actors for Robin Hood. And they replaced him, who had long dark hair, with a guy with blonde hair who I think might have been the son of Sean Connery. And I didn't like that change. Anyway. Word search, quizzes, some keyboards up for grabs. Couple of calendars for the following year. Who's this? Paul Young, Spandau Ballet. Excellent. The Fall Guy. This was Lee Majors, right? I think it was. He was the $6 million man. I think I remember watching this show. Couldn't tell you a damn thing about it though. Oh, and here's the listings for the TV shows. Let me just turn this way. So again, I'll refer to STV down here. Ha, they put STV at the bottom. Bastards. Anyway, Saturday, Fraggle Rock. Excellent. The Saturday Starship. Don't remember that. Mr. T. Must have been the cartoon. Candid Camera. And the A-Team. Nice. Sunday gave us Happy Days. Glenn Michael was Glenn Michael's Cartoon Cavalcade. And he had this speaking paraffin lamp. Don't remember its name, but yeah, it was just a show with a bunch of cool cartoons. International Darts. I really don't think kids would have been watching darts too much. Terrahawks. Nice. Monday. Flicks. Nope. Tower. Nope. Masters of the Universe. Watch that. Educating Marmalade. The name rings a bell, but I don't remember that show too much. Danger Mouse I did watch. Thomas the Tank Engine. I could have sworn that was on BBC. Maybe they changed. Give Us a Clue. That was an adult show as well. Rod, Jane and Freddie. Now were they the humans that were in Rainbow? Possibly. Rub-a-dub-dub. I don't know what that is. Blockbusters. Now was that the one that was Give Me a P Please Bob? Was that the one you had to answer questions and go across, build blocks across a screen? I think it was. Anything interesting here? Nope. Airwolf on Friday at 7:30. Excellent. Oh, Inspector Gadget, remember that. So here we have, I guess it's like an interview with Duran Duran. Yes, I had this on my wall. I absolutely remember this poster. Wow, fantastic. Wow, look at them, so sultry. Wow, this brings back fantastic memories. This, more of Duran Duran. Oh, the listings are continued, and I take it back what I said about them being bastards for putting STV in the bottom. They did, now by this point in time we had Channel 4. So Channel 4 were giving us, let's see, nothing I remember there. I remember the show Brookside. There's a show called Rockin' America. Don't know that one. Ah, American football, yeah. This was at the time when us kids in the UK were first introduced to the NFL. Abbott and Costello. That was wasn't that like a real vintage show? Countdown in Brookside, Countdown, The Addams Family. Yeah, there was nothing really for kids too much on Channel 4. Knight Rider, classic. This is a continuation. It says, see how Kit deals with his deadly tail next week. Spotlight on Kerry Dixon. I remember him. Yeah, played for Chelsea. Duh. Danger Mouse. I Now here's what I'm thinking. I think after school I was more of a BBC guy rather than an STV guy for the shows I watched. And of course, the BBC, all the shows were intercut with Philip Schofield, who just made the news recently with his little sidekick, Gordon the Gopher, and they would introduce each new show. This is the way to hospital. So in other words, if you're on a bicycle, you're going to get hit by a car. Cyclists, concentrate, look around, always signal clearly. No, it's good advice. Dear Diary. What the hell is this? Let me just read one out here. Today we had to go to the Monkey Temple where there were some shops. I bought a prayer wheel and a soapstone bowl. This afternoon we all went over to Bhaktapur to see the UNICEF greeting card plant. UNICEF is a charitable organisation and their cards can be bought all over the world. I have no idea what that means. Who's this? This is what, Children's ITV? Keith. Oh, I guess a couple of kids went on some sort of pilgrimage somewhere. What's this? Oh, Nepal. If you enjoyed last week's selection of diary extracts on the young travellers discovering Nepal for Children's ITV's Adventure of a Lifetime series, here's more. Whatever. As a kid, I can tell you I would not have enjoyed watching that. Bucks Fizz. Wow, that's kind of cool. A pop group with their own cartoon strip. Whoa, My Little Pony. Now, obviously, I did not have any My Little Ponies, but I do remember them. And here, Murdoch from the A-Team. What's this? Oh, it's like a bio on Dwight Schultz. Anything of interest here? Not really. Married. Recently married actress Wendy Fulton. Favourite foods? Black bean soup. Okay. Favourite drink? Diet Pepsi. Alright, very good. On to the next one. Okay, third and final issue we have here, and yes, I did go a bit crazy for Duran Duran, but hey, I like Duran Duran. So this one is from December of '84. So this is the week ending December 29. So this, I do remember this. I remember it because I wanted my mom to let me swing the Christmas lights around to recreate this, and she would not let me. Safety first, kids. Anyway, see them on TV, or see them on ITV, Duran Duran. I think I know what this is going to be about. So anyway, first up we've got some, oh my god, more of these silly snaps. I do not like that one bit. A couple of kids drawings here. Mr. T, of course, and Jan Michael Vincent from Airwolf. These are okay drawings. Wow, these are old. More Cannonball. Nah, was not a fan of them. But Star Wars, what's this? Behind the scenes with Star Wars. Okay, so they were showing a behind the scenes making of Star Wars, and that was going to be shown on Friday at 1:30 p.m. This was, what did I say, 84. So obviously all three movies were out by this point. I'm not sure if by this point any of them were ever shown on TV, so this would have been quite something to have had a Star Wars show on TV at the time. Absolutely, I would have watched that. Don't remember it, but and I did have this exact magazine, and I saw that, I would have been watching that Star Wars show. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Russ Abbott. Now, this is interesting. This is an English comedian, and this was his See You Jimmy character, which was basically making fun of Scottish people. It's all good-hearted. I liked it. I have no problem with it, but maybe in this day and age people might take offence. And here is the A-Team cartoon strip. And Mr. T is saying, "How'd it be if I wrung your neck?" Ah, that's nice. Mini Pop's albums to be won. I don't know what that means. What's a Mini Pop album? I don't know. Word search, usual stuff. Fun assortment. What's green and good at knots? A boy sprout. Ha 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 ha. Very good. More Robin of Sherwood. Here's our listings, and we'll go to STV once again. So this would have been over the Christmas holidays, so the shows would have been a bit different at this point in time. Disney Parade, Magnum, okay, the A-Team and Russ Abbott, and on Sunday, Terrorhawks, Glenn Michael's Cartoon Cavalcade, The Great Muppet Caper. Whoa! 2:45, Star Wars, and then at 5, Duran Duran. Holy crap! This would have been like pure heaven for me back then. Wow, two of my favourite things back to back. And if I remember rightly, the Duran Duran would have been the show as the lights go down, because I remember there was a bit of controversy, because the previous night they would have shown the Sing Blue Silver film, which I think they deemed was not particularly suitable for kids. However, I remember there were some risky scenes in the As the Lights Go Down film that was shown at 5 p.m. on the Sunday. I remember the robots making out in that tank of green ooze during Union of the Snake made me feel a bit uneasy as a kid. But anyway, Monday, nothing interesting there. And at 6:30, it's just listed as the James Bond film. So which one was it? This was, what, 84, so it wasn't A View to a Kill, that's for sure. Wednesday, Wonder Man. I do not remember that. I sure as hell remember Wonder Woman. Danger Mouse, Rainbow. 4:20, it's just called Cartoon. So anyway, so this is like a Duran Duran article, and Roger Taylor says, "We sound more powerful live." Okay. Yep, and this was the poster I had on my wall for sure. As I mentioned before, I wanted to recreate this and my mum would not let me. But I guess you had to have a camera with, manual settings to do this. More Duran Duran. What's this? What a turn off, and it shows you Benny Hill. Eh? I'm very disappointed because every Wednesday, Thursday and Friday night used to be very good on TV, but now everything has gone off. On Wednesday nights, there used to be Benny Hill, but that's gone. On Thursday, on Thursdays, this is terrible English. On Thursdays used to be Duty Free, but that went off. On a Friday night, Me and My Girl used to be on, but that went off too. Now there's hardly anything good on at all. And that's from Claire Richards, age 10. So why was a 10-year-old watching Benny Hill? Irresponsible parenting. Knight Rider. And what's this? NatWest. Okay. Yeah, I remember these kind of promotions where if you opened a bank account, they would give you a nice gift. In this case, it was a crappy calculator. Sporty Sporty New Year resolutions. So Big Daddy, his resolution is, my resolution is to try and get my weight down. I'm going to cut out chocolate, fish and chips, and cream buns. Good start. Andy Ruffle, I liked him as a BMX rider. I'm going to train twice as hard and achieve twice as much as I did in '84. Okay. I mean, now this is interesting because looking at the sort of sports they've covered here. So wrestling, that was popular. BMXing was popular. Emlyn Hughes was a footballer. Charlie Nicholas, of course, footballer. But we've got a water ski racer, ice dancers, javelin, swimmer, and a strongman. I remember Jeff Capes, but interesting choices of sports. Danger Mouse, Weetabix, free painting pencils. I probably would have had those, I'm sure. What's this? Nothing interesting. Bucks Fizz again. And next week was going to be Ghostbusters. Quite interesting. And this, Magnum PI, Tom Selleck. So, anything interesting here? Nothing about his... likes, being alone. Dislikes, being tagged with a macho man label. What's not to like about being a macho man? Come on. So there we go. All three, I was going to say all 3 episodes. They're not episodes. All 3 editions of Lookin. Very good. I hope you enjoyed that little trek down memory lane there, looking at what kids of the 80s would spend their pocket money on. Brought back a lot of great memories for me. So anyway, please do like, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video looking at all things 80s.